Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. Welcome back to this channel, talking again about mental health. I have been thinking, although I'm trying not to overthink, actually, I've been thinking about ways you can heal from depression and anxiety, or just try to find some serenity, some peace amidst the chaos. One of the main conclusions that I have reached to is that suffering is an inevitable part of life. You cannot run away from suffering, from pain, from tragedy. You cannot control every little detail of your life. And that's just a part of it. Like, no one has any guarantee what is going to happen tomorrow. And some things which happened in our past, or however painful they might be, however traumatic they might be, however undeserving we might have been of those things, we cannot go back and change anything, actually. And we are ruining our present by overthinking about things which happened in the past, or about things which we, most of the time, we did not even do anything wrong. We were victims probably, but we keep victimizing ourselves. We keep carrying that pain because we are so used to that. It becomes our identity almost. We don't want to let go of it. We are afraid of happiness. We are afraid of taking control back of our lives. And yeah, when you think of it, like, I always believe that, nothing happens out of coincidence in the universe. God is very intelligent, and he has an exact purpose for everything that he does. And everything that you go through is actually teaching you something about life, about human nature, about yourself. For example, when you are in acute suffering, you're feeling very, very down, very dark, very depressed with life. You learn how to have compassion for others. You understand that, you are not invincible. You need people, and you become more aware of the love of that people have for you, like some of your friends, your relatives, your well-wishers. You will feel, really, it will warm your heart up, even if it will not cheer you up totally, but it's always a very good thing to see that there is still hope in humanity. And the other day I was having a discussion with one of my friends, and we were talking about how actually the good always outweighs the evil in the world. We tend to exaggerate sometimes bad things which happen. The media tends to focus a lot on that, and also us human beings, we are wired that way. Like, our brain tends to focus on everything that goes wrong, because we need to find solutions for problems. Our ancestors, when they were hunters, they went hunting, they had to survive in very primitive, harsh conditions. They had to think of solutions. That's why that stress and fear were useful to them. But perhaps sometimes, the mind keeps on thinking too much in terms of, there is danger, you have to keep thinking of strategies how to survive. So we think too much, and it becomes really dangerous, because you no longer know what you are thinking might not even be true, and might not be helpful above all. So also, I have been watching some bloggers who talk about mental health and what they do to combat these feelings. So sometimes you have to force yourself to do certain things which you don't want to do, because that's the thing. When you're depressed, like, everything is like as if you have to climb a huge mountain. It feels impossible, because your frame of mind tells you to not do it, because what's the use? That's actually a very big lie, and you should not listen to it, because you deserve peace, you deserve healing. So you have to force yourself sometimes to wake up early, make your bed, groom yourself, work out a little bit, go out and meet people, just cheer yourself up, listen to something which makes you happy. And you must do the effort. It will not make a huge difference immediately. It will not as if make your worries vanish and make your depression fly out of the window, but it definitely does not hurt. And also, love is very important. Once again, it's so difficult to love yourself if you haven't received love in your life, or if you have always been made to feel like you're not worthy of love. It's very hard to love yourself when you are hurting so bad. You tell yourself that you don't find anything good about life or yourself, but yet I am a very spiritual person. I believe that God has created you special. You're a special person and He really loves you. He would hate to see you torturing yourself that way. In fact, He wants you to, He is already telling you that He wants you to become strong, and He loves you and He doesn't want to torture you. The pain and the suffering was never meant for you to the aim of it was not to make you become this to make you become desperate and lose hope, lose all your sense of purpose and your ability to enjoy life. So I keep writing my ideas without any judgment. I keep writing whatever I'm going through, and I refuse to believe that, anything that happens is the end of the world. That's actually a beautiful thing, to be vulnerable. To be a human being is to be vulnerable. That's why we are not called God. We will not have all the answers. We will not always be strong. But one thing is sure, that as long as we keep loving and supporting each other, I think we can. Nothing is lost, actually. Love has a great capacity to heal, and it's actually the only solution. You can't heal hatred with hatred. You can't resolve violence with violence, just like Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. So at the end of the day, sometimes you will not be able, you have to let go of all the bitterness you're holding. You're holding all this bitterness, this negativity, this self-hatred, this shame, this guilt, this resentment, whatever it is. You have to let go of it, because you deserve peace and healing, not because these other people deserve it, but because you deserve to heal. And I hope that you will be able to benefit from that. Just want to tell you that anyone who is going through mental health issues, depression, I just want to tell you that, I love you so much. We all love you. You deserve love. You're an amazing person. You're doing a great job. I know you're struggling and it's not easy, but we are all in this together. We are not alone. And it makes a huge difference when you are here. You are created for a bigger purpose, and you are a special person. Don't ever forget that.